Hello. Do you keep attracting the same relationships over and over, time after time? I know I hear this a lot from other women, and I know I was in this situation myself. And you know, as they say, the only common denominator is me, is you in all of these relationships. So I wanted to talk a little bit today about codependency and toxic relationships and how they block your success. So I just released a blog post today of this same title, Toxic Relationships Block Your Success. And I'm Dr. Shelley Nash, and I am the creator of Sacred Women Walking, and I just wanted to welcome everybody to this call. And I've been thinking a lot about this weekend, and you know, I struggled through codependency when I didn't even know I had codependency. I didn't even know what it was, and of course I didn't know the signs and symptoms of being a codependent. And I knew I was in a relationship that wasn't working, but I really didn't know why it wasn't working. And I felt like I was going crazy. I really literally felt like I was going crazy. So those are a few of the signs of being in a toxic relationship, and then also, you know, being a codependent, and some of the patterns that come up around that. Specifically, you can read the blog post, but some things is that, you know, you really get your worth from outside of yourself. You get it through validation and recognition from others, and it's really hard for you to make your own decisions because you don't really know who you are. And so you're always deflecting to outside of yourself to get your worth, and getting your worth from the inside out. So that's one of the main symptoms that you might have. And really sacrificing yourself and your own goals for someone else. And so this could be, you know, it can be in any kind of relationship, really, a working relationship or a significant other relationship, a marriage. The one thing that was ironic for me was that back in 1985, I was doing massage therapy, and I was massaging the world-renowned, you know, person on codependency, Melanie Beattie, who wrote Codependent No More. And I knew about the 12-step programs, and I was in Overeaters Anonymous at the time, and yet I didn't really understand what codependency is, and I really didn't see how it applied to me until I was in, you know, the relationship that kind of put me over the edge. And what I realize now is that codependency has been a huge, huge gift for me. It's been huge. And really what I discovered is that I really found my true self when I got to the other side of all the patterns and all the things that I had, the ways that I was being with other people. So I just really want to give you hope that if you're struggling with codependency, if you know what it is, if you don't know what it is, that there is light at the end of the tunnel. And once you learn the patterns, once you learn the red flags, once you learn to shift things right away, you can get out of it quickly. And you can recognize it. And when you recognize it, then you'll change, you know, the way you're doing things. So what does that have to do with creating the same relationship over and over again? Well, when we're attracting a certain kind of relationship, there's something in us that is attracting that person to us. And it's, you know, and if we change, then we're going to attract something different. If you believe in the law of attraction or the law of vibration in the universe, what you put out comes back. So we really have to look at ourselves. And I believe this in everything that I teach, really, with personal development, is that everything, you know, to take responsibility for everything that's happening in our lives, because everything is either a result of how we're being, or it's something that we can change. And it's so funny that once we change, like our whole world seems to change around us, and we were the only thing that changed. So I don't know if you've ever had that experience, but it's kind of eye-opening. So hi Shannon, thanks for watching. So let's see, so just go look at my blog post that I made today, and it really stemmed out of a lot of thinking that I was doing about all the gifts that I received from going through kind of toxic relationships and learning about codependency, and how my life is so much better today. So if you're struggling with this, if you have been through the 12 steps and you still don't feel like you're getting better, I can take you a little farther than what the 12 steps is able to do with some of the coaching that I do around thinking into results and how your thinking really creates your reality. So there's another level that I believe to the 12 steps that isn't really addressed, and that's really changing the ultimate thinking that you're doing so that you can have new and different results. So take a look at the article, and then let me know below if you can relate to this, if you've been in toxic relationships, if you've been out of toxic relationships, if you're just, getting better, if you're codependent and you're struggling with it. Just let's have some conversation about how that has been for you, and maybe some of the codependency patterns have affected other areas of your life and not just relationships. So what I was thinking about actually this weekend, now I'm remembering, was that, it blocks your success. So ultimately, if you're getting your worth from outside of yourself, if you're getting your value and your worth outside of yourself from other people or situations or a need for approval, then you're not strong within yourself. So it keeps you from being all you can be, really, when you're dependent or codependent on others for you being okay. So I hope that makes sense to you. And I look forward to hearing some discussion on this. And thanks for being on, Shannon. And we'll talk to you soon. Bye.